What's happening, guys? It is Friday evening here, December 6th, and you can see we got a little bit of the white stuff here. Camera doesn't want to focus too good because the windshield's a little blurry, and every time a set of headlights come to it, this thing blurs out. But basically, got you sitting on my leg here on the tripod. Try and keep you close enough that the audio doesn't get too bad. But we're going into town here real quick to do a salting run at the funeral home. They got a set of calling hours going on that they expect are going to run another hour or two. And we've got this light snow coming down. There's probably a half an inch on the ground, but the ground's kind of warm. So this stuff, it's melting as it hits the ground a little bit, but it's slick because it's real grainy snow. It's supposed to get maybe 1 to 3 inches tonight. We'll see. I bet we don't get an inch, but you never know. I just make my job that much easier in the morning. That'll be one less place I have to service if I throw some salt down on it now. I like to pre-salt, but the problem is so many people just hate to spend their money on the salt applications that if I pre-salt and it doesn't snow very much and there's a bunch of material laying on a parking lot, people tend to squawk a little bit, which I sort of understand that. So, but just trying to make life a little easier for the Velvethamma here. So we're going to get that done. Hope everybody had a good day. And turn the fan blower down here a little bit. Oh, that's better. I got one of my candlesticks on my front bumper flickering at me. One of the wires was broke, so I put new seal-tight butt connectors on it earlier this afternoon. And that did not fix the problem. I think I know what the problem is. There's not a lot of room in the wiring where I have the snowplow turn signals tapped in and all that, and I think that wire for those candlesticks is tapped in the same spot, and it's not making a good connection. So I was looking online today for some turn signal plugs with the pigtail on them, because I can't remember if those bulbs have a plug into their socket. I believe the socket is separate, and you can unplug the actual socket, and the socket will stay in the reflector lens. So I don't need a socket, I just need the pigtail end, because I don't have enough wire there, and I think the new ones come with 10 or so inches of wiring on them. That'll give me enough room that I can actually get a good splice on it, because there's not enough slack in the harness to get my splices done real nice. They're done and they're in seal-tight connectors, but or actually they're in shrink tubing, which I'd rather have them in seal-tight connectors. At the time I didn't have any of the seal-tight, I did them in shrink tubing, but even that doesn't last forever unless it's the adhesive line shrink tubing, which those seal-tight connectors have that adhesive in them, so when you hit them with the heat gun, they do what they're supposed to do and seal it up real nice and tight. So roads aren't bad, and there's a layer of slush on them, but nothing to speak of. I'll flip you guys around. I'm positive you cannot see me, but I don't have any good place to put the camera right now. I'm trying to keep it off the headrest of the passenger seat because it shakes so bad going down the road. And I think that's what garbles the audio. So we'll bring you guys back in a little bit here and give you a little salt run video. So we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Got you guys set up here. Let's see what happens. guys got to be freezing out here to get you back in the truck. So there you go, real time just to spread half of this place. I couldn't get into the parking spaces or anything, but all the drive lanes are taken care of, and the slopes and the entrances and exits, so that this place is passable. Again, it's not in bad shape. It's warm enough that salt will work quick. I thought they said they had a big calling hours. Normally, if it's big, this whole office building will be filled up over here. You guys have seen, if you've watched my previous plowing videos, this is one of the ones that I like to videotape, because usually I don't have any traffic in here and I can talk and all that. I don't have to fight a bunch of people running around and sneaking in behind me and MFing me, blowing their horns. It's definitely not one of my easy places, but when it comes to traffic, I can usually time it right. Not every time, though. Sometimes I get scrooged. So, that's a minute in the life of a Western salt spreader on the Velvethamma truck here. I don't know how much of that you guys could actually see. I don't have a light on the spreader because I really don't need to see where the salt's going. I know where it's going. If I had a tailgate mounted spreader on a dump truck or something, I'd probably have a spotlight on it to watch the salt hitting the center of the road or something like that, but that's not the case. So you got the wreckers out in force here. Salt trucks are running over all around. All that kind of happy stuff. Got all the lights on the square on. I'll take you back through there. Can't remember if I was taping coming through the square or not, so we'll leave you on for another 2 minutes here so this doesn't get too stupid long. Go home and finish eating my frozen pizza that's sitting in the oven. That ought to get them by for tonight. I'm sure they'll have some sort of calling hours or something tomorrow night. Visiting hours, whatever you like to call it. Where I come from, I grew up around that, and we called it calling hours, so yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It appears that people haven't completely forgotten how to drive. It snowed last week and people were driving like dumbasses, but so talking about video from yesterday, I was talking about my HP laptop and all the stuff I'd been through with it, and thanks to WTBM 123, my buddy Terry, and Blazer 02 LS, they both gave me the exact same suggestion about downloading a program called MemTest 86 and booting from that. I ended up making a USB flash out of that and booting that up. And I let that run, and I thought it was going to finish in 45 minutes or so, and I watched it and I messed around with the computer and all that, and I ended up just letting it run all night, and it ran for 9 hours, which probably wasn't good to run it that long because it works that stuff pretty hard. The fans were just whipping it Mach 3, and I didn't find any errors in the memory, so I wonder if I just had a dirty socket or if I still have an intermittent motherboard chipset type problem that I haven't completely found yet. I'm sure it'll rear its ugly head again, but we have made complete backups of that computer, so if it shits the bed, it shits the bed. I'll just install my QuickBooks on another computer and go from there. Oh, look at that, there's Santa Claus. I don't know if you guys are getting that or not. I'm going too damn fast, but here's our town square. We got all the lights going out here. When I was coming up this hill ahead of us here, I could smell all the restaurants and all that, smell grills firing and steaks cooking and all that good stuff, so I always like that kind. So hope you guys enjoyed that quick little video. Hopefully I actually got the salt spreader doing its job. If it didn't work, maybe I'll try to figure out a way to rig up a light temporarily on it for the next one, but I think there was enough light there. You guys got a quick rip up the street there, so probably got blinded by some headlights. So take care, guys, and we'll get this one cheeched up to the YouTubes for you, and we'll catch you tomorrow.